You close your eyes, expecting a peaceful night's sleep, but something feels off. The room feels heavier. The air feels damp. The sheets never quite feel fresh. What's worse is that many dehumidifiers solve the moisture problem only to replace it with an irritating hum that follows you through the night. Today, we're counting down the top 5 silent dehumidifiers for night use that help create a fresh, drier sleeping environment without disrupting your rest. Stick around until the end because one of these stands out as the complete package for quiet overnight comfort. And as always, you'll find all the product links waiting for you in the description below. Now let's move to the next contender. At number 5, we have the BeOkay Dehumidifier. Nighttime has a way of magnifying every sound. A ticking clock feels louder. A creaking floor becomes impossible to ignore. And the wrong dehumidifier can sound like a constant reminder that it's sitting beside your bed. That's exactly why products like the BeOkay Dehumidifier have become so appealing for people searching for a quieter solution. Instead of attacking humidity with aggressive fan noise, this unit focuses on maintaining a calm atmosphere while steadily removing excess moisture from the air. It doesn't demand attention. It simply works in the background, almost disappearing into the room as the night goes on. For small to medium-sized bedrooms, that approach feels surprisingly refreshing. The goal isn't just lowering humidity levels, it's protecting the environment where sleep actually happens. When moisture builds up, the effects often arrive quietly. A lingering damp smell, sheets that never quite feel crisp, air that feels heavier than it should. Many people adapt to those conditions without realizing how much they're affecting comfort. The BeOkay helps address those issues while keeping nighttime disruption to a minimum. Compared with louder budget units that often sound like a fan running continuously, the BeOkay maintains a smoother and more relaxed operating experience. The trade-off is that larger compressor-based models may pull moisture from the air more aggressively, but with those bigger systems often comes more noise. And for many sleepers, silence is worth the compromise. It's not perfect, of course. The tank capacity is smaller than some larger alternatives, meaning users in highly humid climates may find themselves emptying it more often or setting up a drainage solution. Still, every product involves a balancing act. The BeOkay chooses peace over brute force. And when you're trying to protect your sleep instead of disturb it, that decision makes a lot of sense. Coming up next at number 4 is the TENKER Dehumidifier. Some sleep problems aren't obvious. You don't hear them. You don't see them. But you feel them. You wake up feeling less refreshed. The room feels stuffy. Moisture lingers on windows and walls. And somehow your bedroom never feels quite as comfortable as it should. That's the kind of hidden discomfort the TENKER Dehumidifier is designed to tackle. Within this lineup of silent dehumidifiers for night use, TENKER carves out its place by delivering a balanced combination of humidity control, consistent moisture absorption, and whisper-quiet operation. What makes it particularly appealing is its ability to create noticeable improvements without constantly reminding you it's there. Many people upgrading from basic mini dehumidifiers immediately notice the difference. Instead of inconsistent moisture removal and fluctuating performance, TENKER maintains a steadier overnight experience. The air begins feeling lighter. The room feels cleaner. And mornings start feeling more comfortable. Its low-noise operation becomes especially valuable for light sleepers who notice every disturbance. Rather than competing with your sleep environment, it quietly supports it. Compared with many budget alternatives, TENKER does a better job maintaining stable humidity levels throughout the night while keeping operational noise under control. That consistency matters. Because comfort isn't just about removing moisture. It's about keeping conditions stable from bedtime until morning. There are a few compromises to consider. The tank isn't the largest in this category, and users living in especially humid climates may find themselves emptying it more frequently than they'd like. Still, that inconvenience feels relatively minor when compared with the benefits. A quieter room. Less moisture. More comfortable sleep. By the time morning arrives, the difference often feels larger than the specifications alone would suggest. Sometimes the best improvements are the ones you barely notice until they're gone. Let's keep the momentum going. At number 3, we have the TABYIK 35 ounces. Most people blame stress, temperature, or poor mattresses when sleep quality starts slipping. Few realize that excess humidity can quietly play a role night after night. The room feels heavier, the air feels stale, and comfort slowly fades without an obvious explanation. That's where the TABYIK 35 ounces enters the picture. Rather than targeting massive spaces, this compact dehumidifier focuses on personal comfort zones and smaller rooms where quiet operation matters most. Its footprint is small enough to fit comfortably on a bedside table, shelf, or nightstand without becoming intrusive. In fact, one of its biggest strengths is how naturally it blends into the room. You stop noticing the machine. You start noticing the difference in the air. For bedrooms, dorm rooms, offices, and other compact spaces, that simplicity becomes one of its greatest advantages. Another benefit is efficiency. The TABYIK keeps energy consumption relatively low, making it appealing for overnight operation without adding significant concerns about power usage. Of course, its compact size also defines its limitations. Larger dehumidifiers are better suited for whole apartments, larger bedrooms, or spaces dealing with heavier moisture loads. Those units typically remove humidity faster and cover larger areas. But increased performance often comes with increased noise. That's where the TABYIK finds its identity. It prioritizes peaceful operation. It focuses on comfort. And it understands that sometimes the best nighttime appliance is the one you barely hear at all. If any of the products in today's countdown seem like the perfect fit for your sleeping space, you'll find all the links conveniently listed in the description below so you can compare them and choose the one that matches your needs. When used in the right environment, the TABYIK delivers exactly what many sleepers are looking for. Less humidity, less distraction, and a bedroom that simply feels better when the lights go out. Breaking into the top two, the Onsekin CS08-Cream takes the number 2 position. Comfort doesn't usually disappear all at once. It fades gradually. A room that once felt fresh starts feeling heavy. The air becomes slightly damp. Sleep becomes a little less restorative. And before long, your bedroom no longer feels like the relaxing escape it should be. That's exactly where the Onsekin CS08-Cream begins to shine. Designed with bedroom use in mind, this compact dehumidifier focuses on creating a more comfortable nighttime environment without introducing unnecessary noise into the space. The first thing many users appreciate is how quietly it operates. Instead of competing with your sleep, it quietly works in the background, pulling excess moisture from the air and helping reduce damp odors that often develop in humid rooms. The result isn't dramatic in the way a loud appliance announces itself. It's subtle. The room feels lighter. The air feels fresher. And sleep feels a little easier. Compared with larger capacity competitors, some units can remove moisture more aggressively and hold more water before needing attention. However, those benefits often come with increased size, added noise, or reduced bedroom friendliness. The Onsekin takes a different path. It prioritizes balance, quiet operation, comfort, and practicality. Its smaller capacity means users in particularly humid environments may need to empty the tank more frequently, but for many bedrooms, that trade-off feels worthwhile. Because when you're trying to protect your sleep environment, consistency matters more than raw power. Night after night, it quietly helps reshape the atmosphere around you. And that's exactly what a nighttime dehumidifier should do. Clean. The air feels comfortable. And you suddenly realize how much humidity had been affecting your sleep before. That's the experience many people are chasing when searching for the best silent dehumidifier for night use. And it's exactly why the BEDRED 95 ounces takes the top position on today's list. Unlike smaller models designed primarily for compact spaces, the BEDRED is built to handle heavier moisture challenges while still maintaining sleep-friendly operation. That balance is what makes it stand out. Power without unnecessary noise. Performance without sacrificing its larger capacity immediately creates a practical advantage. Instead of constantly monitoring water levels or emptying the tank every day, users can enjoy longer operation with fewer interruptions. That's especially valuable during humid seasons when moisture levels rise night after night. The BEDRED quietly works through those conditions, helping maintain a more balanced sleeping environment while reducing the sticky, uncomfortable feeling that humidity often creates. Compared with budget alternatives that may remove moisture quickly but generate noticeable fan noise, the BEDRED focuses on consistency, steady humidity control, stable overnight performance, and a more peaceful bedroom atmosphere. Its larger footprint means it isn't the most compact option available, and smaller rooms may notice its presence more than ultra-mini models. But for many users, that trade-off feels easy to justify, because what it delivers in return is substantial. More capacity, more coverage, less maintenance, and more confidence that the room will feel comfortable when morning arrives. It's the kind of product that quietly earns its place over time. After comparing all 5 contenders, the BEDRED 95 ounces emerges as the clear winner because it delivers the strongest combination of quiet operation, larger capacity moisture removal, and practical overnight performance. While smaller units like the TABYIK or TENKER can work well in compact space, they simply can't match the convenience of a larger tank and broader coverage. Fewer interruptions, less maintenance, more consistent humidity control. What truly separates the BEDRED from the rest is how well it balances comfort and capability. Its sleep-friendly quiet mode helps protect your rest. Its energy-efficient operation supports nightly use, and features like ambient lighting and auto shut-off add extra convenience and peace of mind. For anyone serious about improving air quality, reducing humidity, and creating a more comfortable sleeping environment, this is the model that delivers the most complete experience. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 5 silent dehumidifiers for night use. Every option on this list brings something valuable to the table. But the right choice ultimately depends on your room size, humidity levels, and personal comfort preferences. You'll find all the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and explore the channel for more carefully researched buying guides. Until next time, sleep deeper, breathe easier, and let comfort become the quietest part of your night.